Antmound originated as I sat in a cell in prison. It seems to be that there is a dynamic of connecting poverty with minorities, specifically blacks. My name is Anthony. People have been calling me Ant for short for a long time. You know, ants, pound for pound, are the most powerful creatures on the planet. Ants are useless by themselves. They must work as a unit. So the motto of Antmound is, ants the personification of team. The Antmound Foundation's origin was 2016. This organization has at its core 4 pillars: education, economic development, entrepreneurship, and legal justice. I came up with this phrase, communication is the best medication to chaos. So at the core of what the Antmound Foundation does is conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is important to me personally because we want to resolve things before they ever get to a point where they turn violent. That is one of the leading causes of why it is that individuals in these communities get themselves into trouble, is because they haven't yet maybe learned the ability to de-escalate situations. Everything isn't meant for a physical confrontation. Sometimes it's really a matter of just sitting down and having a conversation and respecting the person on the other side of the table. We have CMM, which is Change My Mind, which is a pathway for individuals who want to get out of gangs. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Some people realize that they made a mistake by getting involved in gang life. It's not meant for everybody. And the thing for me is, I've never been one to want to talk people into or out of anything. I think that people, if you give them all of the information, they will make the best choice that they possibly can. So for me, for those individuals who may be on the front side of it, thought that being in a gang was cute, but then they realize that it's not the case, or those individuals who possibly have been in gang life for a period of time and they're simply tired. Those two sides of the equation, that's a big chunk of people. So we want to give those individuals an opportunity to get out of that life. So in going through this program, Change My Mind, they would be able to have that opportunity. And we're working in conjunction with the state's attorney's office, police departments, so that everybody can be on the same page and believe that these people are genuine when they say that they don't want to be a part of that anymore. We have AMBI, which is the Antmound Business Incubator and Corporation Initiative. AMBI is basically an entrepreneurial boot camp, if you will. We want to take individuals who are young in school, who have a propensity for entrepreneurship. We want to take the next population of young people who are in school, and we want to use entrepreneurship to pull them or distract them away from bad behavior. And then we have those adults who are already in business who may just not be very good at it. And we can sort of steer them in the right direction and show them better ways in which to do what they're doing. That's AMBI. Then we have the Antmound Mentorship Program, which is, I'm so proud of the Antmound Mentorship Program. We have, 15 to 18 black men who have chosen to come together to show that, smart, intelligent, strong, supportive black men, they're not unicorns. They really do exist. And we want to show everyone in this community that we believe in this community, but more importantly, we believe in our youth, right? We want our youth to know that they are not by themselves, they are not alone. Whatever they want to do, there are people here amongst us who are willing to show them exactly what it is and what it takes to be exactly what they want to be. So that program, we are so proud of, the Antmound Mentorship Program. We have any number of services that we provide here at the Antmound Foundation. We provide advocacy for young people in school, specific to IEPs, disciplinary hearings, expulsion hearings. Many parents do not know their rights. We want to be their voice in moments when they don't know their rights. But there's a lot of emotion attached to the situation that's going on with their kids. And in many cases, emotion is not conducive with productivity when you're in some of these sessions. So sometimes we can sort of serve as the bridge between the two. No emotion, just logic, and being realistic and putting ourselves in a position where you say, what would we want if these were our children? That's how we at the Antmound Foundation treat advocacy. We have a media room that is set up for, podcasts or young people if they want to just speak. And because many of them don't believe that adults are listening to them. So we want this media room to be set up in a way that these young people can come in and do podcasts, photography, videography, whatever it is that they want to do in that space. Because, they teach me a lot because I am computer illiterate. And many of these young people, I like to put them in a position where they can see that this isn't just one way. Age doesn't guarantee intellect. Age doesn't guarantee that you know everything. It doesn't guarantee that. So young people being in a position where they can teach me at my young age, they can teach me as well as I can teach them. And it makes for a mutually beneficial relationship, and many of them kind of appreciate that. So the media room is set up for that because there are a lot of jobs that are attached to what they may consider to be fun, or entrepreneurship that may be attached to it. We also have a computer lab where individuals are able to come here and just sit and just do their work, whether it be school work or adults who are coming in to do, resumes or whatever they may need to do, just search the internet. They can come in here and utilize our services here. One of the things that I'm most proud of that the Antmound Foundation does is actually associated with our retrieval of guns from the streets. That is vitally important because, I believe in the right to bear arms. This isn't about that. It's about ensuring that whoever does have the weapons are qualified to possess the weapons. Qualifications that are not restricted to you're legally able to carry a weapon, but, are you mentally stable? Did you go through whatever processes you needed for training? But those who don't fall into that category, I work very hard to get some of those weapons off of the streets, and we've been very successful. To date, we've gotten over 200 guns off of the streets. I want to put this in context. I've been posing a question to people as of late, like, what is the value of a life? And no one has been able to really give me a direct answer when I ask. Now, you can Google it, and Google will tell you that every country has a way in which they put a price tag on life. I wanted to keep it simple. So the simple way for me was, somebody is shot, they don't die, right? They are brain dead for a period of time. And the hospital, I checked with a few hospitals, they gave me a ticket, a bill of like $1 million for what it would cost to treat that individual. So let's just keep it simple and say that the value of a life is $1 million, right? One bullet can cause a death. If the Antmound Foundation is responsible for taking one gun off of the street that has a 15-round clip that goes in it, the Antmound Foundation has potentially saved 15 lives. The Antmound Foundation has potentially saved this country $15 million by removing one weapon from the streets who was in the hands of someone who shouldn't have had it. Think about that. So when we're out and we're asking for contributions and donations, and we're asking for support from the government or corporations in the area, to me, if one gun removed from the streets potentially saved $15 million and 15 lives, can someone explain to me why is it that we are not worthy of $100,000, $500,000, $1 million? Why haven't we earned that? Again, that's with one weapon. We've taken over 200 off of the streets over the past few years. That's a big deal. And I think people really need to put that into context. For those interested in the location of the Antmound Foundation, we are at 2424 Washington Street, Suite 103 in Waukegan, Illinois. And that is zip code 60085.
Ladies and gentlemen, our MC for this evening, Sarah Konechnik.